we are live. Yes, we are live once again. These are the good old days. I knocked out a 3-hour show last night, and we're back, and I'm not alone. We're back. Oh, yeah, there's that beautiful avatar. And this is the perfect time to introduce Wanda, who is the creator of the Diaspora Connect Tanzania YouTube channel. So first and foremost, make sure to go there and subscribe to her channel. Whether you're listening to this live or you're hearing this after the fact, she's always going to be there. And she is the queen of creating a lot of content. She's on a good flow. She does the shorts, the long form content, and all types of different things. And she's that sister that you never had or that neighbor that you never knew. So she has that kind of feel, and I want to welcome her to the show and thank her for being here. We have a lot to talk about. Welcome, Wanda. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me on your show. Wonderful to be on your show for the second time. I feel privileged. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. I'm learning slowly.
Be careful what you ask for. I want to say the sound got back a little choppy again. If you can get back closer to the computer, and really the antidote for this whole phenomenon when you're using the speaker from the computer is to talk a little slower. You know, just slow it down a little bit and keep your voice on that microphone by the computer. And the way to think is kiss the computer or get near where the microphone is. But the title of tonight's show is Artificial Intelligence, the Invisible Shackles Created to Restrict Our Freedom. And it was funny because I did a recorded program and put it up. And I'm not sure if the one you did was recorded or live, but we were practically saying the same things with a lot of overlap and saying it from a different way. And I was so intrigued at the timing of that. And I was listening to your experiences, and I can say that you were spot on. And I guess you heard mine, and you basically said the same thing about mine. And most people don't seem to be able to connect the dots because, I don't know, we have the mental, the spiritual, the physical, the emotional. People are going through things now. People are growing and they're ascending, and they don't have the ability to connect the dots or join or see in a multi-dimensional way. We're not crazy. No, we're not. We're just aware. And I got to say that everything that you said pretty much was on point. So speaking about, I want to start from, people know me here. I want you to be the one talking and share some of your experiences and perspectives on this as a continuation of what you started, and even to say some of the same things you said on your channel, on your show here, so we can pick up the rhythm and get into a good conversation.
Sure. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this AI, artificial intelligence, I noticed that a lot of people are using this technology to
okay, do me a favor and try to talk a little slower, because for some reason, I guess there's a delay and it's trying to squeeze all of your words in a certain space. So just take your time and get as close as you can to the microphone and that computer. Just take your time, because I see what's happening. It's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just that what we're using and how it's coming off. But go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying that I noticed that a lot of people are using artificial intelligence to write a lot of their, especially on YouTube, to write their YouTube content and papers, and I'm just like, where is the individuality? Where is the authenticity? Where is the creativity? If you're getting everything from AI, and you know that part, as well as them on our phones. Like, I've been having a huge problem with my iPhone, and I think it is artificial intelligence. It knows my schedule. It controls my phone. it keeps me from using certain apps. It's borderline demonic. It's very
Oh, it's demonic, all right.
it's yes, it's supernatural. Like it's real. I try to tell people and they don't believe me, but I try to show even in my video like some of the things that it's doing.
Your speech is chopping up really bad again. Listen, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. If I call you over the app that we spoke about,
Okay.
That we both use and we both been, I'm just you and see how it sounds. So it may eventually mute yourself here on this program, and I'm going to ring you right now. Let's see how that works. It might be better.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
I'm ringing it now. Let's see how this works. Okay, it didn't go through. Let's try again. Because even on the program here, through the internet, there's a delay. And what happens with that delay, once it captures her sound, it kind of squeezes all her words together and it makes it go fast. And when you're speaking to a computer with no mic, the words don't get picked up right away. It's like talking through a speakerphone, an old time speakerphone, because like you may not hear, like a split second, it's not coming through. What are we gonna do? Okay, unmute yourself, Wanda, and come back in the way you were before. Okay.
I unmuted myself.
Yeah, just I'm gonna say it this way. It's like a joke. Talk retarded slow.
How does it sound?
Because you want the microphone in the computer to pick up, because once it gets a second later, because it's going through the air. See, the microphone I'm talking to is right here by me, so I don't have that problem. But when it goes through the air, it finally grabs the sound after you started talking, but it condenses it and makes everything go fast. I can see that. There's a word for that, but I don't know this thing that good to be able to explain, but that's the best way. It's not your fault, but that's what's happening. So, like, okay, just one quick lesson. If I'm talking into the microphone of the computer, I'm going to keep my voice in the microphone and keep my words flowing a little slower and make sure it has that connection. Because the minute that there's a break in your words, it will stop. And then it will wait, hear you again. And then when it does, it just presses everything together and it sounds like really fast. And we definitely have to get this fixed to do something, because we have to do a lot of shows together, at least once a week, because you're dynamic. But go ahead and continue to talk about
once a week. Okay, I have I'm gonna try something else. Tell me what this sounds like. I have a plug in. Let me see if this hits.
You have a plug-in mic?
This will work.
That'll work wonders.
I have a plug-in head system, but I don't know if.
We'll give it a shot. Let's see if it works. Because anything would be better than and again, it's not you. It's just the technology.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe that's what that was. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. You have it connected?
Okay. I do, but it's not. It's not doing anything. I had it.
Yeah,
These are like the headsets.
We got to fix this thing.
Yeah.
Fix
This, maybe I have to charge it.
Yeah, because right now I don't even
I have
understand what you're saying. The way it's going, it's not going to go right.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, this is not going to go right because they can't hear you. I can't make out it.
Okay.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it cuts off. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We'll probably have to end this, and I have a few test runs we can do another day. I know you have to sleep because you're like 3 hours ahead of me. Wow, I didn't. Africa's big.
Yeah.
3 times. So you're in Tanzania, and I'm in Ghana, and Ghana is kind of up in that little elbow, that little behind the kneecap there. 3 hours. Wow. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue this. I'll keep the title. I'll reschedule it for a time that we agree on because I know you have things that you're doing. And
okay.
I'm gonna try to figure out some patches to make it because I want everybody to really hear what you have to say, and I want this conversation to flow the way it's supposed to flow. Yeah. If I look like I'm grimacing, let me just tell you something. This is a joke. The floors are concrete, poured concrete. The concrete construction in Africa is phenomenal. But please don't fall out the bed. I fell on my shoulder. Man, I ain't been right since. You know, I'm gonna have to go and take care of this, man. Oh. But anyway, we will come back with this, and I sorry to disappoint people in our family who came here to listen to something different and unique. But I'm gonna fix this up, and I'll suggest some things, and we're gonna get this right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. It's no problem. No
Sounds
disappointment.
Good. Okay.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna continue on with this, and yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. All right. Anyway, we'll talk tomorrow at some point. Just reach out to me the same way, and we'll reschedule. We'll bring this title back, and we're gonna make a way where we're gonna hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you. Talk to you next time. Okay.
All right. Peace.
All
right. Yes. These things happen sometime. And if you wondered about my shirt, it's not any neon sign. It's actually yellow. And when we have a green screen, which this is not a green screen behind me, it's real, but this is acting as a green screen. You can see my hands in front of it. Yellow, green, blue. It has a thing going. I think I can hit a button somewhere in here and see. Let's see. Let me just experiment. Since we have been into our experimental phase anyway, let's see. Let me take this off. Let's see how that works. Because I'm not using the green screen now. Let's see how that works. Oh, wow. I froze. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's a fake background, and I don't have a green screen behind me, so this is what it looks like. Let's go back and correct this here. No. I don't want that ghost looking image. Okay, none. Let's hit none. Boom. Okay, like I said. See? It's the yellow here. But I had the settings set for green screen, and so that's why I played around. But this is all real behind me. You know what I mean? But yeah, these things happen. And Reese, welcome on in. Yes. Calamonk 773. Oh, you want to call in? Yeah, sure. We'll continue. I just hope the people who hear the show, and let me drop the link. Let me drop the link so you can come in. All right. Click the link, come on in. We'll continue on. Since we have everybody's attention, and I'm gonna have to put in here that we had a little difficulty before because people will listen to this and they'll be like, oh no, I'm not gonna stay around. They don't have their stuff right. We'll continue on. So come on in, Calamonk 773, and we'll continue. Yes, there's so much going on in the world right now. And I was saying to myself before, and I was saying to my dear sister, Customado, that we're being so oversaturated with data, information, news, advertisements, different type of energies that are directed toward us that have nothing to do with anything that we can comprehend. Sorry to sound so spacey, but that's just the way it is. It's like we're in a microwave being cooked with all of this technology. It doesn't feel right. Okay, here we go. My brother, yes. Welcome on in.
Welcome. I'm out here in California. I got this protective mask on because
Yeah,
there's like embers as we speak. There's embers flying around. So, anyways,
crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
I just wanted to apologize to you because it's been on my spirit to like leave here and go to Ghana for the longest, but I have some opportunities to
Right.
teach and help people lose weight and everything. And I've been trying to focus on that here, but it just seems like, you know, things are not going as planned. So I'm
Let me just cut you off and say there's no need to apologize. There's no need to apologize. All of our walks are unique, and lots of times we'll have some overlap. Lots of times we'll have a desire to do something, but it may not be the Creator's will for you to actually come physically and do at that time. And maybe in a little while it will. You see, a lot of times I've known this, and I was speaking about this the other day. We have our projections on what we want our reality to be, right? And it's always a righteous thing for the righteous people. You know, you want to do right things, you want to do good things. But I will say Creator, right? Whatever you want to call it, universe, Creator, whatever. That may be a different plan for you before you end up going there. So instead of feeling any regret or feeling you have to apologize, accept how the flow is going and go with the flow. You see what I mean? Because your path may be a little different before you end up where you want to go. Because if it's a righteous desire to come here, you'll be rewarded with it, but maybe you have to pick up some different experiences so you'll be better off when you come to affect the people who are here.
right because I'm working on my leadership and getting out of my comfort zone as far as to try to say the right things all the right time and trying to do the right things, trying to be perfect. And I just need to just come out of my comfort zone and just lead. Let spirit lead me and put me in the position to reach who I'm supposed to reach. And I can't do that if I'm living under the fear frequency and the you know, worried about what everybody else is going to say or do. I just need to just follow my spirit and what it's telling me to do. And that's to travel and that's to connect with like-minded people. And yeah, so I just have to listen to my spirit more and let it lead me. Because I'm still in Los Angeles. I've been planning on leaving for a long time, but I just haven't took the steps to leave. So now I'm taking the steps right now to leave and to connect with my tribe, you know, and it's hard to connect with people here because everybody's so fixated on doing other things and they're going in many different directions. It needs to be one direction.
That's right. That's right. And see, it's when you look back, you're going to know that it is just one direction. You know what I mean? It's almost like with life. And for those who are just tuning in, who see the title, we had some technical difficulties with Sister Wanda. So we have this title up, but we're going to just freestyle this conversation. And thank you for coming on in and saving the day. But it's only one way. But when you're moving forward, right, you have these options in your mind that I can go here, I can go there, but when you look back on your life, it went one way. But you still have to be flexible because you don't know the one way. You see what I mean? And so don't allow yourself, I'm not saying you're worrying, but don't allow yourself to worry because it's going to work out. Because what did you say? The main thing you said is that you're following your spirit. And that spiritual internal GPS system will never lead you wrong. You see? It never leads you wrong. Every morning when I wake up, like in the morning, I have a lot to do. So I have a lot to do tomorrow. And I pretty much have it planned out. Now, maybe it will work as planned, or maybe there's something else or another path I have to do to get those tasks completed. But every morning I wake up, and last night I stayed to bed this morning until after 6 o'clock. And I usually wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and take my time and get myself together. And I'm ready to roll by 5 o'clock in the morning. And that wasn't me. But before I put my foot on the ground, maybe I'll go to the bathroom or something and come back, I just open myself up and just allow this. I don't hear a voice, but it's a guidance that comes within. And it may say, no, do it. Or do this part tomorrow and stay in this particular area. Because I may have something to do way on the other side of Accra. I may have to go to Tema and do something way over there. And instead of jumping around, that voice may say no. Or the other day, Wednesday, I didn't do what I was going to do. I was going to stay inside. But I got a little interview with a very much a revolutionary. I'm going to hold on to that until the appropriate time. We went and met for the first time. It was wonderful. And today I stayed home. So you have to be flexible, because as long as you can see the long-term goal, the immediate roads may change where you have to detour.
Right.
Well, you're going this way. You say, oh man, I can't go up the road I want. But it's okay, because you move sideways and there's another road. Oh, that's distance is still there. If you're watching a mountain or a tall building, you still got your eye on it. How many times we drove and an exit was blocked and we had to go to the next exit or two because maybe there's an accident, an oil spill, who knows, telephone pole fell down or something. So now we're getting off at this other exit. We may not know the exit because we never got off there. So we got to find our way back. And that's how life is.
Yeah.
When you think that you're flexible, it can be frustrating, right? But you got to be flexible. When you're flexible, trust me, you'll endure a whole lot more than a person who's straight up and down rigid. You know?
Yeah, and I want to always say this, man. I don't know if you remember me from the comments, but I always refer to you as Uncle Lance, and the reason why I do that because you always remind me of the uncle that I wish I had in my family. Like, you know, man, I love my Uncle Jess and I love my cousins and everything, but to have a revolutionary uncle that thinks like you and stuff like that, that's what I always wanted, and that's why I'm always tuning in, and I'm feeling bad that I don't interact with you more than I do, but I want to make that a point to do that moving forward, to try to interact with you more and you know, let you know that, to let you know that I appreciate you, because some of the things that you've been through in your life, I've been through similar struggles. Some of the choices that you made, I've been through similar, you know, things. Like, for example, I don't want to hog up the airspace, but
no, it's me and you here. So talk, brother.
Okay,
talk.
So I've always wanted to share this with you. So back in 2011, 2012, I had got kicked out of my my mom's and my stepdad's house, and I started making some bad choices. Anyways, I made a really bad choice, and I ended up going to prison. Right before I went to prison, I had a friend, a roommate of mine, told me to go get a CO job. I didn't listen to him.
Wow.
And I should have went and got that CO job because I had a clear record, nothing, no juvenile, no nothing, no blemish. And I made the other choice to go to prison and not to take the CO job. But the great outcome of it is, while I was in prison, right before I got out, I had two choices, whether to get back out and continue to go on the dark side, or to go in the light, to become a light warrior. And I chose to become a light warrior instead of that. And my life hasn't been easy since then, but I've been put in alignment to help people and to meet people like you, and to choose to do right, and to choose to stay away from the lower level way of thinking. And
vibration.
Yes, lower vibration. And that's what I realized, that there's a huge spiritual war going on right now, and it's all in your mind and your spirit. And it's like you to have a conscious mind and to be able to choose what to put in your soul and what to put in your spirit every day to help you fight this spiritual war is where it's at. And to have people like you, consistently putting stuff out there to like help us in the spiritual war that we're in, I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And brothers like you, sisters like your wife and everybody, I appreciate y'all. Y'all inspire us, the ones that get beat down so much in this society, to actually keep going and to have information to help us all figure all this crap out here. And I just really appreciate you, Uncle Lance.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah,
my nephew.
Thanks for letting me talk, man.
My nephew. But let me tell you, brother, I needed to hear this from you. Because admittedly, I've been a bit drained. I never give up. But when you're positioned to do, the negative forces know when your blessing is coming. Right?
Right.
Because see, look at it this way. World War II, and we had the Japanese and Pearl Harbor, and we had radio transmissions. Don't think the enemy listening the same frequency, because to the enemy, you're the enemy. And so they want to hear what you're saying, the orders that you're giving out. They want to get a heads up, a leg up on what you're doing. Right. And this is the way it works in the spiritual world. See, again, I'm going to say, just because we can't see that realm, and a lot of us don't need to see it with our eyes, they lose their mind. Doesn't mean that it's not there. The analogy, I'm going to say it again, I say it a whole lot of time. People say, oh, no, that stuff doesn't exist. It's in the movies, whatever. And it doesn't mean that there's something looking ugly at you, right? It could be a beautiful woman. It could be an old friend that has a different spirit now. But it exists. Do you think you end when you leave your body? We're told different things, but we're energy. Are you dead when you get out of your car? Oh, I don't see him. The car's not moving. He's dead. The essence of who drives that vehicle is out of it and somewhere else walking around.
Yeah.
We say we don't believe or know in that, but you're sitting there at your laptop. I just got a signal, man. I paid my internet. What's wrong? We don't see the signal, but we know it's there. And that's a signal, a man-made thing. Now we're constructed so brilliantly. When you see construction equipment moving, it's just like some of a lobster or a crab, or the way the joints are made for certain leverage to pick certain things up. Man emulates nature. So these things are here. And if we go deeper into our thoughts and into our meditation, we'll see that. But the problem is we're pulled out of ourselves. You see how you said that you listen to your spirit?
Yes.
Well, have you ever been to a party, standing in front of the speaker, and somebody's trying to talk to you and you can't hear them because of boom, 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 people dancing, lights flashing, breasts jumping, booties jumping, everything's to distract you, right? And they got to get right up on your ear. Hey, what time you want to leave up out of here, man? Because we're all going to get something to eat. Huh? Say it again. And they're right there. Well, that's what happens in this world with distractions on a spiritual level. Right. And it can be quiet. But these things are going into your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything that's in your head doesn't come from you. Right? See? Right. So things can be whispered into our mind, not where you hear the words, but the thoughts may not be yours. So those things you have to actually, when your destiny is great, because I see a strong, wonderful spirit inside of you who is ready to be a servant for all things righteous. And that's what's going to carry you through. You have a light about you. I'm not saying that to sound good in the show. We've talked before, and I know your trajectory, and it's going to be challenging because you're not going with the flow. You're swimming upstream. You're walking uphill. Everybody's coasting and going down. Hey, man, you crazy. Take the easy way. But when you have a calling, you're like that bird that flies south. You're like that fish that goes upstream because that's the calling inside of you. The problem is there's so much distractions on us right now in this world. We all have a purpose. Everybody does. Even when you feel hopeless, know that you're here for a reason.
Yeah.
But most people don't realize that because, oh man, I don't have a Rolls Royce like him. I don't have a big house like him. Oh man, I'm just a waste. I'm a loser. But sometimes we put the confidence shield on and act a certain way, and it's draining us. And so when I said that I felt a bit drained, it wasn't me, myself, feeling drained. It was me thinking about the people, man, all over the years. I've been doing this thing for years, and it's like the vibration is getting weaker and weaker and weaker around us.
Yep,
We're
it's a
more
spiritual war. Yeah, they want to keep, because I was doing research on the archons and the reptilians and stuff like that, and I don't know, I don't believe fully in all of that, but I do believe historically they've been doing stuff to us to lower our vibrations through the mainstream media, through the movies, through the music, and it's like somebody with the higher force has to be behind all this stuff, and they're pulling the strings and manipulating us all. And that's another aspect of why it's so important that brothers like you and me, you know what I mean? More so, you've been putting in the work, but it's time for other people to like join in and start putting out this message, because there's so much distraction and so much low vibrational stuff being thrown at us on a daily basis to keep us off of our purpose and to keep us off of really attaining self-sufficiency and really gravitating towards our higher self, because they know once we're in our higher self, that's the end of them. They can't feed off of our energy no more. Right. And I was the loose thing, the concept of loose. You know about the loose, right? Am I saying it right? It's like the archons and the reptilians feed off of our emotions, sadness, and you know,
low vibration. Yeah,
the loose.
She broke time.
Y'all probably saying it wrong, but yeah, they feed off of that, and then once I acknowledge that and recognize that they feed off of it, I just decided not to let it happen for me. Like, let it happen me.
Don't
getting down and giving into all that fear frequency stuff, because they feed off of that energy. So we can't do that. We gotta continue to put out high vibes. So I don't want to keep talking, but that's the reason why. Yeah, that's the reason why those who are on the spiritual path get attacked tremendously, and just looking at us, you wouldn't guess what type of attacks that we've been under mentally and physically. But I know personally, I've been under attack for a long time, like with my thoughts and stuff like that. And it's just like once I get out and I get into nature and I take my shoes off and I start eating right, all those thoughts come out. And then once I let go of the sugar and the watching the sexy videos. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but watching the videos and watching the corn and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But look,
all that, man, all that lowers your vibration. All that lowers your vibrational frequency purposely.
Right. That's designed to get you. If the liquor don't get you, the cocaine don't get you.
Yep. The fake weed
on black dogs doesn't get you. The porn gonna get you. It's
all
designed.
And then another thing, Uncle Lance, these this gender war stuff going on. The powers that be are the powers that were know that once we come together with our woman and then we get back to our original selves, they can't control us no more. We don't need them. We don't Why would you need somebody when you're the master? You're the teacher. Why would you need somebody that's under you for anything? And they notice, and that's why they put so much stuff in the media to keep us disunited, to keep us fighting against each other when we actually need each other. You know, you got some sisters that they won't even they will see you pop up in their feed when they're on social media, and they won't even let you get up. They won't let you finish your statement. They'll just cut you off because they don't want to hear what a brother. And it's the same thing with the men. Sister will come on and she'll start talking for a second, but because we're so hateful of each other, we won't even listen to each other to our full idea, to our, you know what I mean? We won't let each other finish our points because we have so much hate for each other. But we got to really come together and really hear each other out and stop all that hate, man. Because it's like, you know, it's the Willie Lynchism that's been going on for too damn long, and we have to let go of that crap.
Yep,
it's over, man. Yep. It's over with.
Still in effect. It's still in effect, big time. And I've said it, and I hate to say this, but the majority of us, if we don't detox off of what's being thrown at us, the majority of us are not going to make it. I'd love to say something sweet, something nice, you know. Yes, Reese, he got it. He got it. But we have to be realistic. If I'm a fighter in a boxing ring and I have a corner that's in my corner, I want them to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
I don't want them to tell me, Lance, man, you're doing good. You're winning.
Right.
And I'm actually losing. And they're going to tell me a lie because they want to stay on my staff and get the paycheck. But and we're way off. And I've said it last night, a couple of recordings before, that if Malcolm X, I'm just picking Malcolm X. If Malcolm X came back right now, how would he feel after he gave his life sincerely? And even Malcolm X came up from the downtrodden decadence of those activities, but he was not that. Right. You go to a garage sale and you see an old dusty piece of urn or some type of, and you take it home and you polish it up, you say, wow, this is beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's what we are, because we've been born into the system. So I was born into a garbage can, I'm definitely going to come out stinking.
Yeah, definitely.
Now polish myself off. I may miss a spot and this arm is stinking, but the rest of me is clean. But eventually we get it. And we see that we remain clean to these things, but they still throwing it at us. They still throwing it at us. And it's not something physical, it's right here.
Yeah.
And to discourage you, make you feel hopeless, make you feel it's a task to keep yourself motivated.
And then go ahead. And you got the food too. That's to decalcify your pineal gland. The pineal. Food. Pineal gland. The food, Wi-Fi, all these 5G towers, and also too watching a lot of social media, doom scrolling and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just all that stuff is meant to stagnate us. So.
The social media. Yeah. You have these thoughts, other people's thoughts, and it's interesting, but are we equipped to be bombarded with these things? Because even if you don't reply to someone on social media, listen, I spend a lot of time online creating. I'm not just on there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
I know that's there. And I will go outside symbolically and say, what's the weather like? What's going on? After a while, when I get a gist of what I'm supposed to do and create, I slam that door. And now I get into what I'm doing. That's why I built this studio. You see a very small part of it. I'll start revealing other sides, but it's sizable. And this is this is my, I know after 24 years of doing this is 2025, and I've been online heavy.
Wow.
since 2001.
Yeah, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
Thank you, brother.
Kudos.
And so there's a way that it has to be done, whether if you're a content creator or not. It's like Muhammad Ali said, I'm so fast, if I go outside in the rain, I'll run outside and come back and won't get wet. You see what I mean? So you gotta be able to immerse yourself in the social media when you have a purpose to use it as leverage for your purpose, but not get wet. Because I'm attacked every single day. Every single day I'm getting hateful emails. I'm getting hateful messages on Messenger, Instagram, Gmail, my own email account, Facebook, Instagram, I say, right? And I'm on all kind of social media platforms that most people don't even know about, just to have my name in there.
Yeah.
Just as an antenna, just as a part of the web to catch something interesting. But I have to always keep myself clean. Go ahead, brother.
Right. So would you say that they're attacking you because of the programs in their mind that you have basically win at, because that's what a lot of your content is going at the different programs that people have set up in their minds, like you tear them down effortlessly. And it's like, a lot of people, they can't be corrected from their level of programming. Just like
right.
Just like a lot of these people, they choose this lifestyle of being homosexual, and that's like you always say, whatever you do in your bedroom is your business. But somehow, some way, they try to justify it, and you always break that down. And a lot of people, they they don't know how to take it, because that's the level of program that they have. Like it's okay to be that way.
See, at the same time, I've got to deprogram myself from lots of things. And I've been successful, but it's like cutting the grass before you go on vacation. And let's say you go on vacation for a month. Well, guess what? You cut the grass, you say, okay, I'm ready to go on vacation. Let's go. When you come back, that grass is going to be high. So it's a constant battle. It's like budgeting and paying bills. You pay bills, you go to work, whatever, and say, man, this bill came back again. The month went by so fast. It keeps coming. Yeah. So you have to have a calm within yourself, because anybody who knows if you're fighting or you're fighting somebody or something, you're burning up energy, be intense. Throw a punch, look at them. Let them throw the punch.
Right.
You relax.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. That's why some of the best boxers, they're so comfortable in the ring. And it's like, you didn't even think that they're even breaking a sweat, because they look so comfortable and they look so fluid. And that's how they win.
That's right. And so when people verbally attack you or say little things to take you out of your righteous zone, relax. A lot of them want a reaction. A lot of them see, when we see ourselves in the mirror physically, we see ourselves, we have feelings about ourselves. We see ourselves a certain way. It's been since 1985 since I've been into bodybuilding. So I look at myself like I'm fat and small. My muscles are tiny. I'm a sumo fat guy. That's how I see myself. I'm not fishing for compliments. But when you go to that level of excellence on a physical level, and you're not in that no more, because I willingly walked away and I'll get into it, you see yourself a certain way. Now that can go on an intellectual level, educational level, that can go on a spiritual level, how we see ourselves. But the world may not see us the way we see ourselves. We may say, oh, I'm not all that. I'm humbled when I'm out here in Ghana. Somebody jumps out, they call, LANCESCURV, oh my God. I almost go like this. Who are you talking to? You know what I mean? No. See, I don't have this thing where I know I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm in here most of the time. The talking and the shows and stuff, that's playtime. That's playtime. That's my recreation. for me to pour out what I've been putting in.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So you have to be selfless. You got to conquer all. I'm not saying you personally. I'm just saying in general. Every day we got to conquer our ego. Every day we got to conquer getting headed on ourselves. The more you accomplish, the more. And I don't say humble like you don't know what you're about and you don't know your strengths. Because when you go to a job interview, you can't say, "Well, I'm all right in this." No, listen, I excel in this. I know what I can do. I mean, I know what I've put out over the years, right? But when you have a sports car, or like I used to have a Lincoln Town car, right? And they got that air suspension. It was a 96 Lincoln Town car, sunroof, black, beige interior, everything. Nice. And the faster you drove, it would lift up. It would lift up. So now you're on an air thing. I drove from New York one night to Philly, and I was getting. I was because there were other cars going fast. I always keep other cars going faster than me. Yeah, I was getting it. I'm not a person who speeds, but I was doing like almost 100. And yeah. But everything was clear. Everything was smooth. I'm not reckless. I'm a professional. Yeah. But the air suspension. Now you have sports cars that they're low and they get lower to cut through everything. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying with this is that when you have stuff going around you, relax and focus more. I can have chaos around me. Chaos. People coming at you. Your own thoughts are sometimes not confused, but they're cloudy. Right. Yeah. One thing, and you focus on it, you get it done. And when you're about to get it done, and when you get it done, all the chaos drops because why you saw energy. You succeeded. Exactly. On a spiritual level, that's what it's all about. That's why I know when I'm going to have a good day. Yeah. Or a successful day when I have things coming at me. Right. And so what do? I get like the sports car. You see all the old cars from back in the day, they're all upright, all this wind resistance, like a UPS truck or a FedEx truck. The wind blows and get down under it. And I used to work in these nightclubs after getting out of working in the corrections, right? I was the smallest guy. I was the shortest guy. I had to run by and break up a fight. I'd get low into the crowd and then come up. So where'd he come from? You know what I mean? So all the guys walk around. I'm in and out. Yeah. I might break up the fight and knock one guy down before he's looking around. The other guy gets him. I'm not going to stand there and be tough. And I'm not the biggest and strongest. Strategy with these demons. But again, when you have this light inside of you and you walk with purpose, you're going to have opposition. And it's spiritual, but it could also just be knuckleheads. Because I don't care if it's Sunday and my day off, like every day's my day off now because I'm retired. But I'm not off. I got something to do. Yep, every day. You can tell a person who doesn't have purpose in their life. It's a certain way they walk. They can walk fast and try to front, but you can feel it. Yep. Right? And it's a certain awareness that you have in your mind, and they can see that. And you have these people who have nothing going on in their life, and they don't want it. Yeah. Even when you try to encourage them, they will hate you for trying to encourage them, who you think you are. Right. And they don't like being where they are. Yeah. And they will despise you because you show them up, but you're not trying to show them up. You come at them with a good heart. And these people who are satanically influenced, demonically influenced, and just want to be in their own world. Yeah. Lead by example. Sometimes you have, I'm not saying leave them, but you can't influence everybody. Maybe after a while, they'll see it and they say, hey man, some things you said to me the other day and I kind of put you down, whatever. Can I talk to you a second? How do you do it? Be that light. Yeah. Lead by example. Yeah, lead by example. Yeah. Yeah. One more thing before I go, because we almost been on this like an hour. I'm cool. Time is speeding, huh? Time is not even real, man.
You already know.
No, I was hip to that a long time ago.
Right,
Time is
right.
a construct. The real time is in here.
Yeah.
That's the real time.
And it's in here too. Yeah.
The clock would jack you up every time. I don't want any clocks in my house. I'll just use a phone if I have to meet somebody somewhere, little alarms and stuff like that. I go by the sun.
Right, exactly.
I go by the sun.
Right. But I want to ask you this before I go. What are some of the ways to where you can beat the fear frequency? Because growing up, I've been put down a lot. I've been, made fun of and stuff like that. There's things that I've been diagnosed with. And it's like, that kind of prevents me from speaking and coming on shows like this, stuff like that. So what's a good way to like help combat the fear frequency? Because that's one of the ways that they control us as well. And I'm talking about the I don't want to give power to a outside source, because I'm stronger than that. But I can't be naive to where they do have certain tactics and certain things that they do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And who I'm saying is, as far as that's the the system, the people that control this matrix. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Well, see, that's their job. That's their job, to put you down, to make you feel bad about yourself, to not have confidence, and to walk in fear. That's their job from day one, from the first day you went to kindergarten and first grade. That's their job, to box you off and control you. They'll give you a little bit of something, but the whole 360 degrees they're not going to give you, because they're training you to be a follower. They're training you just to be an employee, which is nothing wrong with being that way. If you have a higher thing on your job, you're learning to take that information to go higher. I've always been higher than the jobs that I've been on. I'm not saying I'm some great man, but I'm always okay. I'm here now. I might be here for 2 years or 3 years, but I'm going to be gone. What can I take from this job? I don't mean physically take something, but what experience can I take to make me better, to make me learn? We can read, but then there's experience. You can ask questions, right? And sometimes you got to play dumb, because they can see the light in you and that you're a threat. I'm not saying act dumb, but just don't reveal your hand. Like when you're playing cards, no matter how cool, it might be your friend, right? And you're there to win. You can't say, well, you're my friend, look at my hand, ha, ha, ha. Well, he's going to beat you because you told him. Yeah. You can't always show your hand. And building this place and doing what I'm doing, a lot of work. Yeah. I'm here, right? So
you can do it by yourself too, because I'm realizing that not too many people are going to help you with the beginning process. They want to wait until they can see something, and then they want to come in. So you got to do things by yourself.
They want in to get props off your progress, to want to give themselves some one-man upmanship, like, yes, I helped you. A lot of times people help you because it's ego.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times, then a lot of people are not helping you sincerely. They're helping you to be able to throw it in your face later on.
Right.
Not everybody. You have to discern that and never refuse help if they seem to be sincerely doing it, but don't get hurt when they throw it in your face later on.
Yeah.
Because when you have the first launch to get, you couldn't have done without me. I mean, you got to be careful of that. So this is always, most of the time, unless it's coming from a sincere place, say, okay, no, don't worry, I don't need that. I'm good, whatever, But we're all coming from a certain place. That's one thing you got to remember. We weren't born walking. We weren't born riding a bicycle. Right. We weren't born driving a car. We weren't born knowing how to stroke a keyboard and hit the keyboard. We had to learn.
Right. Yeah.
So in different areas in life, like the first day of school or on a new grade, and you don't know the students. You might know some of them, but say, oh, am I going to be liked? And is the work going to be hard? And are they going to laugh at me? If I stutter a little bit, are they going to make fun of me? But that person over there might have buck teeth. Another person might be cross-eyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So we're all coming from a different place of how can I say it? Healthy insecurity. It's not insecure like, oh, we'll never get over this. When you're a young man and you know you're developing and the hormones are hitting you and you're looking at women, you're looking at girls, and you look at yourself. This next guy's got a little more muscle on him, and hey, my arms are too small, or my gut's too fat. He has a six-pack. Look at him. You know, and then you get over those things.
Yeah.
Either you work on it or you put it in its proper place. But see, there's another little nugget of what I've learned, and I thought about it, and I learned this a long time ago. People will try to pull you into their game where they excel to make you feel insecure. You can get a person who's college educated, which I'm not against college educated people. That's their bills they have to pay. But if they're proficient in reading many books on a certain topic, and there's a young lady they're trying to impress, they're going to try to shoot you down. Well, you know, I've read these books. And what was the last book that you read? Oh, you don't read? See, that's the thing. And I might come back and say, not that I think one is above the other. It's like, man, I'm worried about my health, and I've been reading in the gym a lot. I'm focused on that right now. But if you need me to help you lose weight, I'll be glad to help you. See, you put him back in his place because now you took him out of that area. Yeah. See, men and women, but men, especially a lot of our black men today, a lot of them are acting bitche.
For real.
We don't have many real men anymore.
Yeah.
And the way that, and see, when I say B word, I'm not allocating that to any sex.
Yeah.
Because most of the time in our culture, we hear that, and unfortunately, we throw off on women. No. Yeah. The bitch word can be applied to either sex. Yeah, it's a state of mind. Right. And these days, too many men who are that more so than any woman they tried to say was that.
Yeah.
And so they try to chop you down. You got to be careful of the men that you're around. Because I'm trying to boost you up. Right? Look, 20 years from now, I'm 61, about to turn 62. 20 years from now, I'm going to be 81, about to turn 82. But then when I look back, and I've been online for 24 years, if I double that time, I'm going to be halfway to 90.
Yeah.
The time's moving fast.
Yeah.
I might be a little older, and say, brother, Stephen, could you help me walk up the steps? And you'll gladly do it because you see what I'm about. Right. If I can help you in any kind of way, you know what I mean? So most men these days, it's about self. It's about looking good, and we all want to look good. We don't want to look bad, but we tear down people around us, and we try to poke fun at somebody to create insecurity in somebody else or reopen old wounds because we think it's making us better. I got no time for that.
Yeah,
I got no time for that. If I can't help you, I have no problem. Because see, they talk about residual income in different business practices, right? There's residual income that I get spiritually if I help you. And I'm not trying to get no credit for it. If I help you in a certain way, sincerely as a servant, and you excel, don't you think that brings a glow to my heart? Don't you think that this universe is going to say, hey, I might need the energy back. It doesn't have to come from you. But because I put the seed of encouragement inside you and got you over whatever hump it may have been, you don't even have to say what it is. Mm-hmm. I need it. It's going to be there. So this is why I walk with confidence no matter what comes at me, because I know I've done, and I don't have to say what I've done. The Creator knows what I've done. And that's why any move I do it boldly and with confidence. And I depend on what I put in the spiritual bank, because any spiritual ATM I go to, I hit the card, I hit the PIN code, here come the cash. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about when I need it. You know, there was the incident.
Lance, I'm sorry to be rude, but I gotta go.
You gotta go?
We yeah, man, we've been on the phone for like almost an hour. Well, a little bit over an hour. But yeah, it was nice talking to you, and I'm gonna tap in with you, man.
Yes, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. All right, brother. Peace.
All right, brother.
Peace. Peace and love.
Peace. Always, brother. Always. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. I don't know if anybody else wants to come on in. I'll just drop the link inside. See, that's what I mean about being flexible. We tried to start out the show with Sister Wanda. The technology wasn't really working. I got this big towel over here. I'm gonna wipe my face. And you had to be flexible. I was ready to really say, well, we'll go off and I'll record something and put it up, but this will be it tonight because I do have to get up early and tomorrow's gonna be a day. But we got some, after I do what I do, I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna do some content. But yeah, it's you gotta be flexible. And we started the show one way. We have a title. People coming on late. What kind of? You didn't talk about the artificial intelligence. What? They're talking off the deep end. But after the technical difficulty, Brother Stephen came on in and we had a nice little chat. And I like chats like that. And so I'm always ready. I'm always equipped. You know, if it's something positive, something good, something whatever. And I act a fool sometimes to make it spicy. You know me, all my little stories and stuff like that. And there's so much that I want to do as far as putting out good energy. And sometimes you just don't know how you're affecting people by what you do and what you say and the energy that you share out. And I want to be more on that level. You know, I have no time to argue with trolls and, you know, just nah. It's very rewarding for me to even receive that respect. You know, it makes a difference. It refuels me. And again, to hear our brother speak in a way so positive and to know you made a difference as far as some little bit of influence, it fills me up because, see, I needed to hear from him tonight. He came on his own will. But when I said I was drained earlier, it was drained because I'm like, man, where are the people? You know? Yeah, whenever you're ready, I'm going to do it different because we haven't been doing the conference calls. I was going to do it through WhatsApp. And I was supposed to put the link on the conference call part on LANCESCURV.com so you can click it. But I want to do regular calls like that, you know? We can do them live and put them on, and we can just do them and have them recorded, whichever way, you know? And we can pipe it right on through. Matter of fact, let's shoot for tomorrow night and do a conference. I want to have a conference call night. I just don't want to do it. Well, you know, let's do it this Tuesday. Let's do it. Let's wait 2 months. I'll do it on a regular night, and we'll do more if we need. If it's requested, I have no problem with it. It's just me talking because I can take the call and pump it through into the show live. I don't even have to give out a link. You know, you said how is Deneen or Benin or okay? Oh, Denina. Okay, I'm thinking you're talking about the country. I haven't spoken to her in a while. I tried to call her and couldn't get through. So I'm going to have to press up because I've been mentioning her names. Like I mentioned her name earlier because she was the one always speaking about the archons and stuff. And when they took the channel, then I lost a lot of stuff, but I found a little watering hole where I can find stuff that I had transferred the whole channel onto another platform. So that's going to be a little tedious, but I've been putting up a lot of old stuff. I have to be careful what I put up because they'll shoot those things down. They're going to try to come at you with community guideline strikes. They don't want to hear certain things. So I'll be talking on certain things, but in a certain coded way. And I want to get down on the Patreon a whole lot, live, unlisted. But when you go there, I want to do live shows there too. I can really say some things, name names, places, and experiences, and not worry about YouTube. YouTube is watching me like a hawk. They're watching me like a hawk. Ted Watts, welcome on in, brother. How are you tonight? Well, it's tonight for me. It's 9:52, so I know that it's got to be what there 4:52 on the East Coast, 5 hours difference, and that hour makes a big difference. Trust and believe. When it's 4 hours difference, it doesn't seem so bad. When it goes into 5, it's like you're in no man's land. Yeah, But it's a big world. And just like when Sister Wanda was saying, well, we've spoken, there's a 3-hour difference between me and her. She's in Tanzania, I'm in Ghana. You look at the map, so just over there a little bit. But the actual landmass on the map is not represented on 99.9% of the maps. They'll say, we don't want to show Africa that big. Huge. When I found out you can put the whole of Russia, Iceland, Greenland, America, China, the place is huge. But they want to make you feel small. Just like they want to make it seem like Africa is small. They want to make it seem like you have no value, you have no worth. There's nothing. We just have to be subservient to these people. And they keep us in fear. Right now, I'm not saying I'm the toughest guy in the world that way, right? The flesh can cut, can get shot at. It's going to fail anyway. When I fell out the bed the other night, I was so quick. And I actually screamed before I was deep asleep. Ah! And I hit my shoulder. And it ain't been right yet. It ain't been right. You know, it's just, when I move up my arm, it's like bones rubbing the grinding together and stuff like that. I got to hit the chiropractor. The chiropractor is not just for the back, but just getting everything in a line. You know, okay, yeah, we can do that. I'm going to contact them. We can do that. Hope Rice, the only Rice. I say I funks with funk, F-U-N-K. Okay, you know what I'm saying though, right? How are you doing, sister? I'll never deny you. You won't see me somewhere speaking if I'm somewhere and they treat me as I'm distinguished and you show up and I look at you and glance away like I don't know. No. Hope Rice. I love you. I love all of you here, but I have a special love for Hope Rice. And like I said, you know, I needed to hear from brother because he gave me hope for humanity, because as isolated as I am, in a self-isolation way, it's a beautiful thing because a lot of stuff is coming at me. And I see the potential to create things and talk about things and have certain discussions that are so deep. I'm not saying I'm deep, I'm this, whatever. I'm just a vessel for those things. And go to the outside world, which you hear how loud it is here. I'm up in the mountains right now. And again, if this ever shuts off, that means it's a power outage and I'll come back on the phone. But we've been very lucky recently. When I get solar power, I won't worry about that because that ain't gonna happen. But when I go into the outside world, oh, I can damn near see people's thoughts. You could feel them, the energy, the glances, the way they look at you, the way they hold themselves. You can tell they're tense on something, or you can tell somebody who's at peace with themselves. You can see somebody and know that's somebody that you have to talk to. Because the animals have that. And we're animals too, physically. We're worse than them. They just trying to get something to eat. They do a little procreation because it feels good, but they just trying to get something to eat. You see what I mean? And we act so far below the status that we're supposed to be walking with. And that's why everything is so jacked up. So imagine the animals and what they call the wild. If they can really understand what the higher beings of human beings are doing, almost war with big bombs and want to kill people for power and go at people to mess them up and extinguish them from the earth, and ethnic cleansing and the racism, and you feel better because but you really don't feel better because you the Caucasoid. You don't feel better. You scared. You see how strong we really are, and you don't want us to know how strong we are, how powerful we are. See? Yeah. Yep. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you so much. I love you too. Love you more. Yeah. The more and more I live, and I'm more relaxed in who I am. You know what I mean? If there's a fight coming up, I'm not missing no sleep. I've been fighting all my life. I know how to fight. And I mean the spiritual stuff. And still some of this. I'm not that old yet. So I'm not walking in fear. I'm not going to drain myself to or worried about what people are saying and what. I don't care. I really don't. All this stuff that I do, I'm not saying that I'm better to do it because I like to do it. I want to do it. That's my mission. I got time. I wouldn't be able to do it. Hope Rice, we met so long ago. Years. Still doing this. Still, if somebody's close by and say, hey, man, I got to talk today. How we met. Hope was like, huh, today? Who does that? Because I live this. Well, let me look through my Rolodex, and maybe 3 months from now, I might have an opening and an appointment. Maybe I'm here. Wash up, throw a nice shirt on, brush my teeth. I'll be on up there, right? That's how we do it. Because you never know when you're out of here. So you got to make sure to utilize every moment, every second. Never let a thought that's righteous that comes in your head as a seed planted on something to do get past you. Write it down. When this place is finished all the way, I got so much stuff. We're going to go deep into it. And I'm going to put the time in. And it's not going to be half-hearted. It's not going to be something that's insincere. Because most people get up on YouTube and paint themselves as the prophet, paint themselves as the person on the podium, bringing you truth, and they ain't living it. They're not living it. I ain't perfect either, but this is what I'm supposed to do. Right? I ain't compete with nobody. I don't care. I don't care about all that. This video can get negative 235 hits. I'm like, okay, well, at least everybody was here. I know they were here. What is your mission? What is it that you're supposed to do? It doesn't mean that you have something that you have to do or your name is going to be up in lights. No, because I can just as easily sweep somebody's floor, clean their toilet, shine their shoes, wherever I'm needed as a servant of all things righteous. I'm going to be there. And sometimes physically, I may not want to do it. Oh, I'm tired, but I got to do this. Doesn't mean you're always Prozac up. I don't mean like I take that stuff. No, I'm just saying, I'm so eager all the time. Sometimes you have the inner struggle. Sometimes your body wants to do something, want to sleep a little more, and you say, I got to get up and do this. Once it's done, you're feeling good, you know? But I'm going to wrap this up. I'll drop this link again if anybody wants to come in for a hot minute. And yes, Reese will set that up. But I'm probably going to go through WhatsApp because the conference call has its, that service. I got rid of it. I can get it back again. We can do it the same way. But I want to work through WhatsApp. It's just that if a person doesn't have WhatsApp, it won't be in, you know? And I'll see. I don't reveal, you know, who's who. I never divulge anybody's personal information. I know a lot of personal situations, information, things I'm not supposed to know. With regular folks, some famous people. Got some dirt on people you know. I can't say it. There's a trust there. I'm not going to violate it. Oh, man. If you can get into my head, man, people worried about Putin and nuclear weapons, and there'll be some dirt going on if the secrets I know come out. But people have to have those positions, like Alfred the Butler. He knew Batman, millionaire Bruce Wayne was Batman. He in there clean. I know what's going on, but I can't say anything. Right? It's just the way it is. Well, listen, I was going to do another. Wait, that's the time? I thought it was. See, I'm thinking about Wanda's time when she came on the show earlier. But yeah, I do have to. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be out of here before the sun is up. I'm on a mission tomorrow early to get these materials and different things. And I'm going to come back and rest up a little bit. There's more work being started here and some things to be done. So we'll come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a conference call tomorrow night. You know, tomorrow, well, maybe not night because I'm 5 hours ahead, but late afternoon or whatever. We'll do something. I promise you. This is I'm fiending to do this and come back. It's the yellow stripe at the back. Yes. I got to touch up and do things. This place You know, it's always going to be a labor of love and work and perfecting. You're not going to be perfect, but you can perfect yourself. You can get a little closer, a little closer, a little closer, right? So anyway, much love to you all. I'm just glad to be here and putting in the work, which is a labor of love. And LANCESCURV out. I'll see you. Salute to my brothers. Much love to my sisters. I'm feeling good, doing well, healthy, strong. I'm a comedian. Some of y'all don't know that. Hope you know that. I'm crazy with them jokes. Listen, probably next week when this bottom floor is done, there's enough space in here. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna put. I got standing mics over there. We're gonna do some, but I want some of y'all to call in. We're gonna do some stand up. We're gonna tell some jokes. We're gonna tell some jokes. I'm gonna let it all hang out. Oh, he said that word. Oh, what? Oh, he crazy. Something wrong with him. We got to have fun. We got to be able to be in the trenches of this war on us and be able to laugh, take our minds out of things. So I can provide that. I'll do that because I got some funny behind stories that you haven't heard before, and I'll tell some of the same ones. You know, we'll just have a fun time. We laugh and whatever, and have folks call in, and we'll just have a big powwow. Every sitting back like a little stage, do a little stand up, have some fun. How about that? How about that? Anyway, much love to you all. LANCESCURV out, and I will see you tomorrow night, creator willing. I'm quite sure you. Oh, that's a cop car. They had some weird sounds out here because some things come to my window making these weird noises. These animals out here, what? Make some strange noises. You know, this ain't Florida. This ain't New York. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you and I'll see you tomorrow. Reach out to me. You know how to reach me. Everything is down in the description area. I'm always available. All right. Peace.